First of all, yes, I did have a turkey drive today over at Giving Hope Closet in New Orleans. I was there this morning packing food. I think my fam showed up while I was at practice. Second of all, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope, if anything, nobody puts raisin in their potato salad. Nobody actually has dry stuffing. I hope it's the New Orleans version where it's like seafood stuffing. Hope there's nothing but love and positivity being passed around. And if you're one of those weirdos that put cranberry sauce on everything, God bless you, because it's weird. How old are you? What decade are you from? And if you guys don't have gumbo and seafood stuffing or seafood peppers at your Thanksgiving, it's tough. I didn't have it for the first 20 years of my life, but I got it now. 21.
Crawfish dressing.
I'll take crawfish dressing. I prefer like the shrimp with the crab meat in there, but I'll take crawfish. Cockroaches of the riverbeds. I'm not averse. Anyways, yes, we are trying to go 1-0. Continue.
How different have the last two games been for you?
Man, I've been asking for opportunities all season. With given opportunities, there's going to be certain advantages. You're able to display the talents that you've displayed every year of your career, as well as help a team get a win. And at the end of the day, it's all about helping the team get a win.
How does this team feel after a bye week, after back-to-back wins in a very important stretch?
What does it have to do with the bye week? It's like you had the momentum, you go to a bye week. Of course, now the question is going to be, are you guys going to keep your momentum, lose the momentum? We are looking to go 1-0 this week, whatever that takes. Today at practice, there was the most energy we've seen since. Seems like there's everybody's on the right path, on the right mindset of we have to go 1-0.
Why do you think there's been, because Rizzy was talking about how great the practice was today as well. I mean, what do you think has kind of led to, y'all obviously having such a good practice?
I want to say guys like Derek Carr, Taysom Hill, AK being consummate pros, bringing energy and juice. You see the D-line being overly excited. You get a guy like Tano passing Yon back. But it's just as well as when we take the periods, there's guys making plays and everybody's celebrating. Everybody's running out the stack. It looks like everybody wants to be better, play better. We put up plays from the Cleveland game today, and I was like, this is how we get better. And that's the emphasis. It's trying to go 1-0 this week, no matter which way or how.
Facing the Rams, I guess, faced them a few times here over the last few
Shout
years.
out to Coach Ron Gould for having his guy Kyron Williams. He's running at a high level. It's going to be an emphasis to try and eliminate that, take away a really good runner in this league, coached by a really great man. Love you, Coach Ron.
Think about Matthew and the way he's
I don't think I've ever called him Coach Ron before, so that was sort of weird. Coach Gould. It's always Coach Gould.
The way Matthew's been playing Stafford as of late, even the last few seasons, just how good has he been? How good those games been?
Quarterbacks don't even hit their prime now till they're 33, right? So like this 30, they call it 30 to 37, 38 is a quarterback's prime, right? Which is just weird to think about as a football player because once you hit 30, they call you old in every other position. It's probably why Bo Nix is having so much success because he's 33. Kidding. Those are just jokes. He's only 27. The idea that he's playing as well as he is, and you give him weapons like Cooper Kupp. He had Higbee earlier. Of course you got Puka Nacua. I think that speaks to the volumes to what he's able to do.
What have you seen kind of momentum-wise the last 2 weeks through this win streak with Rizzy taking over and all of that? What have you kind of seen in the locker room? You mentioned the leadership of Carr and whatnot, but what else do you think has kind of culminated in y'all being successful as of late? What am I attributed to? The entire just the mental shift. When you hear from up top that you're changing, head coach positions, there's one or two ways you go. You see teams that tank, and you see teams like last year, Raiders that have success. And which one do you want to be? I mean, everybody in here at the beginning of the season after 2-0 was convinced we were going to the Super Bowl. You lose 7, the whole world is convinced that you've got nothing left. It's up to us as players to keep fighting each and every down, and it's not like we weren't. We were giving everything we had. It's coming up short. These games weren't blowout games. You weren't getting embarrassed in some of these games. More of the games that we've lost have been one possession, if not less than 7-point possession games at the end of it. So we're right at the cusp. For whatever reason, you start building confidence when you start closing those games out. So you see us close out, 2 games ago, you close out in the fourth quarter. Last game, you see defense close out. That's what you love to see. That's how you build confidence, and that's how you move forward, saying, hey, yes, we can score and create big explosives, but at the same time, on defense, we can create turnovers and give back to the ball to an offense that can create those big plays.
You shouted out Coach Kyrie
Coach Rongold. Yeah, a legendary man from Tucson, Arizona. A man who I may have committed to in college before knowing my D-line coach for real, Cal. A phenomenal Go Bears coach. Yes, indeed. You talking about Cal Bears that just went bowl eligible by beating Stanford? Took the axe back. We already had it, so can't say back. Retained the axe. Continue.
What have you seen from Kyle?
Oh yeah. He's a good runner. I think their offensive line is a heavy offensive line. It looks like they're actually a physical offensive line for once, which is kudos to whatever they're teaching over there. You see guys get moved off the ball. At the same time, you have to be able to take advantage, much like the Philadelphia Eagles did this past week. I guess not to say it's at the same time. También. The way they got beat last week, I'm sure we're going to catch their best shot each and every play because they don't want that on film just as much as we love it to see it on film.
I know it's different players, but anytime you ever hear the Rams, you ever still think about that playoff game from 5 years ago?
Only when it gets brought up. Yeah, like if you just say Rams, I'm like, yeah, it's a team that we've had success for. Team I should have had a touchdown against after Trey Henderson sack, fumble, picked it up, ran 87 yards. They nullified it, and then somebody will be like, man, does the playoff game still hurt? There was other games I could have pulled from before you pushed that one out there. So the answer is now yes. Thanks, Sharif.
No problem.
All right. No, that shit hurts. It hurts. Yeah, you would say, that's when you start blatantly pointing at referees to do their job, and then the league fine you because you shouldn't point at blatant things. Hey, they hit Tommy Lee before he could have caught the ball. Hey, they hit Drew Brees in the helmet, came up looking like Daffy Duck with his head spinning, but it's fine. No call. We lost in an NFC Championship game. You're right. We're not going to recall that. Okay, last question. Y'all good? Wonderful.